we're going to pull back the curtain on one of the most mysterious and, let's be honest, intimidating parts of fundraising for any founder: venture capital due diligence.
So, you've done it. You absolutely nailed the pitch, you built a great rapport, and an investor finally says those 3 magic words: "We're interested." It feels amazing, right? It's a huge milestone, but it also begs the question, okay, what happens now?
Well, what happens is you enter what can feel like a total black box called due diligence. But here's the thing, it really doesn't have to be that scary. Today, we're going to give you the key to unlock that box, and we're going to do it with a really simple, actionable framework I call the 5 Ts. Let's start with the first and, frankly, the most important T of them all: the team. You have to understand, especially at the super early stages, the idea is only as good as the people who are going to execute it. VCs aren't just investing in a cool product, they're betting on you. They're basically talent scouts.
So what are they really looking for? Well, it kind of boils down to a few key things. First up, founder market fit. Do you have this deep, almost personal connection to the problem you're solving? Next, team dynamics. Do you and your co-founders actually have skills that complement each other? And third, and this is so crucial, coachability and integrity. Are you open to tough feedback? Are you honest about the good and the bad? And oh yeah, make no mistake, they will be doing back-channel reference checks to find out who you really are.
And you want to know the single biggest red flag for an investor when it comes to the team? It's not a lack of experience. It's the founder who is so overconfident that they can't take feedback, or who isn't transparent about where they're weak. That is an immediate hard pass, a total deal breaker. Okay, so they believe in the who. Now we're moving to our second T, technology and product. They need to understand the what. Is the thing you've actually built, is it solid? Is it real? And this goes way beyond just having a cool idea. VCs are going to kick the tires on 4 key areas. Uniqueness. What's your secret sauce that no one else can copy? Scalability. If you blow up overnight, can your tech actually handle 10x or even 100x growth? Intellectual property. Do you actually own all your code and your brand? And finally, technical debt. Look, VCs know no product is perfect. What they want to see is that you're self-aware enough to know its weaknesses and you have a real plan to fix them. All right, on to our third T, TAM, which stands for Total Addressable Market. I love this metaphor. How big is the playground you're playing in? You see, the whole VC model is built on what's called the power law. That means just a few massive home run exits pay for all the other failed investments. For that math to work, your market has to be absolutely huge. So what is TAM really? It all boils down to one simple, powerful question. How much money is currently being spent every single year to solve the exact problem your company is tackling? That number, that's the total potential revenue you could possibly capture. Now, the formula itself is actually pretty straightforward. You just take your annual contract value, so how much a customer pays you per year, and you multiply that by the total number of potential customers out there in the world. So let's run through a quick example. Say your product costs $2,000 a year, and there are about 2,500 professionals who could potentially buy it. You do that quick math, and that gives you a total addressable market of $5 million. Okay, that sounds like a lot of money, right?
Well, for a venture capital firm, nope, it's way too small. A VC needs to see a believable path to over $100 million in annual revenue. It's only at that kind of massive scale that they can get the huge returns their fund model absolutely requires.
Let's move to our fourth T, and this is where the rubber really meets the road: financials and terms. This is all about understanding the health of your business right now and the structure of the deal that's going to fund its future. 2 metrics here are absolutely vital. First is your burn rate. That's just the net amount of cash your business is losing each month. And second is your runway, which is your total cash in the bank divided by that monthly burn. Your goal as a founder is to get enough funding for at least 18 months of runway. That gives you enough time to hit your next big milestone without having to turn right back around and start fundraising all over again. Now, for the terms of the deal itself. While a lot of founders obsess over the valuation number, what VCs truly care about is their ownership percentage. And the calculation for that is simple. It's just the investment amount divided by the company's post-money valuation, which is the valuation after their money goes in. Let's walk through a quick scenario just to make this crystal clear. Imagine a VC invests $500,000, and you both agree that the post-money valuation of your company is set at $10 million. You do that simple math, and boom, the venture capital firm now owns exactly 5% of your company. And here is why that percentage is so critical to them.
Let's say your company grows and is eventually acquired for $100 million. Well, their 5% stake is now worth $5 million. That's a 10x return on their original investment. This is the math that drives their entire business model.
And that brings us to our fifth and final T, and honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all: timing. Sometimes, more than the team, more than the tech, timing can be the single biggest reason for a startup's success or its failure.
VCs are constantly asking themselves this question: are you riding a powerful wave, or are you pushing a heavy boulder uphill? Tailwinds are these external forces that are helping you grow maybe without you even trying, like a sudden shift to remote work or a new technology like AI that just opens up a ton of opportunities. Headwinds are the opposite. They're forces working against you, like a recession or a flood of new competitors. You know, great founders are often just great surfers. They have a sixth sense for how to catch the right wave at exactly the right time.
So, as we wrap up here, I want to leave you with a really crucial way to reframe this entire process. You know, the biggest mistake founders make is they view due diligence as this scary final exam they have to pass. But it's not. It's a dialogue. It is a two-way street. This is your chance to vet the investor just as much as it's their chance to vet you. The whole point of this exercise is to build trust and confirm that you're both on the same page for what's going to be a very, very long-term partnership. So the final question isn't about whether you can pass a test. It's about whether you are truly prepared with your honesty, with your transparency, and with a solid grip on your business to actually start building that partnership, because that is the real key to unlocking this whole process.